Does Greece keep you up at night? Yeah. How big of a risk is this for you and your clients?
Well, firstly, we don't own anything in Greece, and we don't own any southern European banks. I think you don't have to invest in areas that will be affected by Greece, for loss of capital. But I do think there will be volatility as a result of it.
Daryl, it's interesting what Ben just said, because you don't have to be invested anywhere, but I guess the idea is that Greece is more than just Greece. If it was just Greece, we wouldn't talk about it. It's the contagion effect on bigger Europe that people seem to be concerned about. Are you?
Not as concerned. We still think there will be an 11th hour deal, Brian. The reality is the contagion effect would spill into Portugal, it would spill into Spain, and then ultimately Italy is the real concern. But we don't see that being a major factor. You should watch things like German bonds, the U.S. Treasury market, the U.S. dollar, all flight to safety movements that would indicate that we're hitting a higher level of stress point. None of those today are showing signs that Greece is imminently a problem at the moment.
Yeah, you know what, Ben? And the U.S. stock market has doubled since the Greek drama began in 2009. We are literally going on 6 years. Has it just been that the market didn't care, or is there a belief that there is a fundamental, either liquid or illiquid backstop from the IMF or any of the other acronym banks out there that are going to protect Greece ultimately?
The biggest single difference in the last year is the European quantitative easing facility. So we didn't have that a year ago, and we didn't have it 2 years ago. I read a note this morning published in the 12th of June 2 years ago. Nothing new has actually been written, but the one thing that's happened since is this QE backstop. And I think the point made previously was very salient. If that is used to step in and save the Portuguese, the Irish, the Italian bonds from backstop, then actually that's a big difference to a few years ago.
Bottom line, Daryl, you still buying U.S. stocks?
Yeah, we still think. I mean, when you look at the latest earnings, Brian, you're still looking at ex-energy earnings growth of 8 to 9%. Q2, with the tailwind of the consumer, the tailwind of the housing market, notwithstanding even this morning's data, show us that Q2 earnings are strengthening. We think the back half of the year prints some good numbers. We need it to be an earnings growth, but as long as we get the earnings growth, it's still a good environment for U.S. stocks.